Jason walked through the park, enjoying the peace that came with an afternoon stroll. The day was typical, a clear sky, a gentle breeze rustling the trees, and the familiar path beneath his feet. It was a perfect way to clear his mind, or so he thought, but as he walked, something strange happened. He stepped on a peculiar patch of ground, and before he could react, a faint glow emerged beneath his foot. The sensation was subtle at first, a quiet hum that barely registered in his mind. But then, without warning, a bright flash enveloped him, pulling him out of his world and into another. When the light faded, Jason stumbled forward, trying to regain his balance. The park was gone. In its place was a landscape both familiar and alien. Tall, lush greenery surrounded him, but there was something off, something distinctly futuristic about the place. He blinked, trying to make sense of his surroundings. Where am I?" he whispered, his voice shaky. He began to walk forward cautiously, taking in the strange environment. The paths he was now on were narrow, bordered by sleek, transparent barriers that stretched upward. The air was cooler here, almost as if the temperature was being meticulously controlled. "This doesn't look like the park I was just in," Jason muttered to himself, unease growing within him. As he continued to explore, he noticed that what he initially thought were streets were, in fact, narrow corridors. People were moving along these corridors, but not in the way he was used to. Instead of walking on solid ground, they were stepping onto moving walkways, conveyor belts, each moving at a different speed. Some belts moved quickly, carrying their passengers swiftly along, while others moved at a leisurely pace. Jason watched in amazement as people effortlessly transitioned from one moving belt to another, adjusting their pace without breaking stride. "Are those moving sidewalks? And they're going at different speeds?" he murmured, his mind struggling to keep up with the technological marvels before him. Tentatively, Jason stepped onto one of the slower belts. It was a strange sensation, being gently propelled forward without having to move his legs. As he glanced around, he noticed how seamlessly the people around him moved. They were calm, unhurried, as if this way of life was completely normal to them. "This is incredible," Jason thought. "No cars, no pollution, just people moving on these streams of movement." He looked up, his gaze following the line of the transparent roof. He could see the sky and even a bird flying by, but the world around him felt controlled, almost artificial, despite its natural beauty. Everything's so clean, so organized. But where are the cars? The noise? The question swirled in his mind as he continued to walk. Jason stepped off the belt onto a slower one, starting to get the hang of it. He watched as some people hopped onto faster belts, zooming by with ease. This place, it feels like it's part of a giant machine, and the people, they're all so calm, like this is just normal for them, he thought, a mixture of awe and unease settling in his chest. Jason paused and looked out over the futuristic landscape. The paths, no, the corridors, stretched out in every direction, filled with people moving smoothly and quietly along the belts. The world seemed to hum with quiet efficiency, a stark contrast to the noisy, bustling city he once knew. Jason stood there, trying to comprehend the magnitude of what had happened. The future was here, and he was a stranger in it. For more, please like and subscribe. Next chapter soon.